Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Florence. I want to talk about Meek Mill, a post Meek Mill made. Okay, so this is not like a viral post or anything, but it's a post that he made on Twitter, and I think it's important for this to be addressed. I've talked about this before. A lot of people have talked about it. It's something we all know, that if you have a plan, you keep it to yourself until you've accomplished it, right? But Meek Mill made a post on social media talking about what he intends to do as far as his music career goes. So he said, "Me, little baby Durkio, trying to get somebody in Silicon Valley to build us our own music platform we can be majority owner in. We will pay. We need top Silicon Valley steppers, please." And after he posted this, he got a lot of likes and a lot of comments and a lot of support. And his fans go on his page and they leave comments like "definitely" or "Meek is doing big things," and just saying "DM me and we'll try to get this started." And and these are random people, okay? Random people on the internet that may or may not even know anything about what he's talking about. And obviously, I'm starting to believe that Meek Mill looks at his comment section and he looks at all the encouragement that he gets from his fans, and he takes it to heart, and it gives him a sense of accomplishment, because over and over he would bring his business to social media in a way that isn't really designed to help his business in any way other than just to let people know what he's about to work on. So it makes you wonder if all he does is just post them just to get the praise from people, and that is enough for him. Because with all the things that Meek continues to post, how much has he really done? Like, how much has he really followed through as far as the things that he constantly says he's going to work on? When other blogs started to post this on their sites, you can see the comment section where people were saying, "Meek, you need to move in silence. Meek, why are you telling us this? Have you never heard of being quiet about your plans?" And these are some of the comments that a lot of people were leaving. And that's because a lot of people now understand that if you have a plan to do something, it is best to keep quiet about it. Don't tell people what your plans are. It's not because you're trying to shock them later on with the truth. It's because it is best for you. In order for you to accomplish your goal, it is best if you do not speak about it. And there's actually scientific backing to this. There's been a lot of research on the advantages and disadvantages of talking about your plans before you've accomplished it. And it is found that it is a very, very bad idea for you or anyone to talk about what they intend to do before they begin doing it or before they've completed it. So research has found that, by the way, a lot of colleges have researched this, so it's not something that's like a new idea. If you just Google it, you will find a lot of research on this. And researchers have found that when you tell people what you want to achieve, right, it creates this premature sense of accomplishment in your mind, where you feel a sense of pride in letting people know what your intentions are, what your plans are, and how you plan to carry them out. The problem, though, is that this pride that you feel will not motivate you to make you carry on with your plan. It actually hurts you in the long run. And telling people that you plan to do something will not cause you to feel accountable to accomplishing that thing. It will instead create a sense of accomplishment for something you haven't actually done yet. And I saw in a blog, which I'm going to cite at the bottom, but it says, when you write down or think about your intentions, there is a gap between where you are and where you want to be. The compelling need to close this gap helps you to act on your intentions. But when you let others know about it, the gap closes because you artificially feel the same way you should after completing your intentions. Yeah, so basically, when we get praise, our brain releases dopamine, which is like it releases it to the pleasure centers, which makes us feel good about the praises that we're receiving. So if we're receiving praise about something we plan to do, we get that satisfaction and we feel the same way we would feel if we're already accomplishing our goal. The problem is we're not actually accomplishing our goal. We've only just talked about it. And because we already feel good, we feel less motivated. So that dichotomy that is in our brain about, okay, us having accomplished something versus us having an idea, that space, that uncomfortable space that we want to close by actually accomplishing the goal, that dichotomy will no longer be there. That feeling of being uncomfortable with where we are and where we want to be will be diminished. And so we feel a false sense of satisfaction for accomplishing something we haven't actually accomplished. So it's not just about, well, I don't want people to steal my idea, or I don't want anybody to discourage me, or I don't want anyone to cause me to change my plans. Even though those are reasons as well that will deter a person from pursuing their goal, those aren't the only reasons. They're not only those are outside forces, but the inside forces are actually stronger because those are occurring in your own brain. And that is one of the reasons why people always say, keep your plans to yourself. Don't tell people what you're working on until it's accomplished. Even on YouTube, I see this here all the time on YouTube. There's certain people who will say what they plan to do, and a lot of the times they end up not accomplishing it. When they come and they tell their followers and they're really excited and it's a good thing, but then it never happens. Then they have to come back and explain why it didn't happen. And it's like, things go wrong. Things go wrong when you begin to talk about stuff prematurely before you've accomplished it. But a lot of people crave the support and the attention from people, and they would say things that they plan to do. They will prematurely broadcast it, like Meek does. Meek does that a lot. He will prematurely broadcast stuff that he wants to do or what he intends to do. And then he gets all of this positive feedback. He gets negative feedback too. But the positive feedback really feeds the ego, and it feeds that satisfaction of having a bright idea, even though he has not really accomplished it. And that is a way to handicap himself. It really does sabotage his plans to accomplishing what he sets out to accomplish. And he needs to learn to stop doing this. I don't know. Some people are just more susceptible to needing people's approval in order to feel good about what they're doing. And I feel like Meek is that kind of a person. He wants people to see how amazing he is. He wants people to think of him as this bigger, larger than life kind of person. But looking at him, that's not what you see though. But I think that's what he wants to get from people. He wants people to praise him. He wants people to look at him and go, wow, you actually accomplished this. And he wants people to look at him and think, wow, that is such a bright idea. And so he constantly comes to the public and brings his business to the internet before he actually accomplishes it. And I think it's self-sabotaging because I don't know if this particular idea is going to come to fruition. He was talking about Silicon Valley. Why Silicon Valley? I know Silicon Valley used to be the eat place, but companies are moving out of Silicon Valley. Companies are moving out of California. So Meek is still over here talking about Silicon Valley. There are many other people that could help him with his projects that are not on Instagram or on Twitter, reading his Twitter feed. He has managers and advisors and accountants and people close to him, close friends and business associates that he could have this conversation with and find people that have the right connections to make this come through. So I don't know why he had to put it on the internet. If you really think about it, The only reason why he put it on Twitter is so that people would know what his idea is and praise him for it. That's really all I see here. He did not have to bring this to the internet in order to find a person to help him with his plans. So yeah, just keep your ideas to yourself. It's for your own benefit. Meek and just needs to learn not to crave attention so much, because this is self-sabotaging. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.